sure if they know that Romeo is just outside of their compound. But oh, Romeo now down to 10% HP, uses the first aid kit immediately. They can go for the rush, but they aren't entirely sure if it's only Romeo or there could be someone else lurking at this point.
I kind of get the gist that Pampa knows what's in front of him, but just cannot seem to know how many people there is just yet. But Yoodo, will they take this to advantage? But then Romeo must die again. It just grenade away. He's the last person. No way he will be knocked there.
I'm not sure. Again, you know, Steel Hearts are taking a lot of precaution, and I think it's a really good idea because Yoodo Gang is looking in on them from the higher ground, and Drax will take the position of Fredo. As Fredo, I'm not sure where he went exactly, as we didn't see him on the radar afterwards. But let's look at Bapak against Last Survivors. Last Survivors really making this some tough competition up ahead, but Bapak overall just consistent.
Oh, Bapak looks like Jenny and team have their eyes on Last Survivor. They may go for the preemptive attack here. And we do see here, looks like Last Survivor, they're still trying to hang this on, but it's going to be really, really tough for them. Just look at this. Actually, Bapak, they don't need to go for circles in their favor.
My goodness me. I've seen this. I literally seen this circle in PMCL back then, and it ended up at the shores there. And they...
I'm not happy.
This is funny. Okay, we know it's gonna be ended up around town bomb, but how are they gonna approach for the players? Because Last Survival camping out the bridge, Bapak slowly advancing, but they got a lot of clip on Jenny there on the flanks side of the bridge, while Bapak is still pooping. Trying to open up some smokes here, making sure they manage to advance.
And now NSP looks like he's been taken down by Trix, and they know there's only one more. Ichong just behind the boxes. 6 move on to another angle, just zigzagging right and left, and now he will take out Ichong, and Last Survivor have been eliminated back to the lobby.
That's a little...
Just outnumbered, I guess.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but you also have to understand that Axe is on the other side of the bridge. Like, Last Survivors were really caught out of position here, trying to hold the middle of the bridge out of all places, not either end of it. But, you know, it's pretty interesting. I want to see how they play this out. As Bapak 6 just hopped into the water. They know that Axis is on the other side, so I want to see how they kind of play this out. They're going to go all Navy SEAL here, under the water, hold your breath, take a little bit of damage, but they need to get to that coastline. But Axis, Mappy, he's going to try and hold this position. It's a tower defense.
Yeah, as long as they don't discover Jenny gonna jump straight into the water as well, I think it's okay. But then no, Bapak just managed to pop their head in the last minute, and straight when landed on Shaw's, being punished by Appy, who's been guarding the shores all the time.
Oh no, not looking good for Bapak at this moment. Appy not letting him go out of his sight, and Appy just needs to get ready for the next round, really, because there's still plenty of time before Bapak emerges again from the sea.
I don't think Bapak is going to survive this. Axis has got too much of a position on them right now. See, even Trixie, he's trying his best to dodge as many bullets as possible, but you know, Mapikuda is here as well to guard the shorelines and even the small sandbanks of islands on towards the left side. There's just no way Bapak can get out of this.
Ooh, it was last HP there, literally just 0.1, but Appy is still just fishing around the shorelines. This is not looking great for Bapak. The moment he jumped into the water, this has been waited for them for some time now. And Appy, I can say that he is having a great time.
Yeah, it doesn't help that team NoRecoil is actually coming in. We do see a Loyu here, but he is all alone right now. Loyu just throwing off those grenades because Jenny is just on the other side, but then Jenny has been knocked down. Jenny will be taken out from this game back to the lobby. I'm not sure, does he know if Axis is on this side, but then again, Appy just let some shots go and definitely reveals his location.
Yeah, but then he is having a great time here because he got so many structure to work with and so many angles that he can cover from this from. Because anybody who wants to actually ambush him or actually rush from the front, it's almost impossible. The only thing he should be worried about is just his flanks and his back, which already been covered by the rest of the teammates. So this is actually really a good place for Appy to play.
Look at Bard here. He's just trying to breaststroke his way to victory. Like, he is being shot at by every member of Axis here. Like, Mappy now finally sees a little bit of him, tries to take a couple of shots. He's somehow still alive.
He's somehow still alive. Oh my goodness, he's still trying to get under the bridge. Hopefully, to
I
get
don't
enough
think
cover,
it will
but,
be long.
Yeah.
It's just no. You look at that Bart. There's no place for him to go anymore.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Probably that grenade will finish it. Oh, just check that out. Yeah, I can be a fortune teller by now, but let's check out Grim here. He will take out a couple of people with the grenade. Molotov goes out. Oh, but not too long.
That's a big Molotov here. Grim completely nading them and flushing them, forcing out into one room. That's 2 knockdowns here as Sans trying to hold himself in that last room, but Sleep has the grenade. They're trying to flush out each and every room one by one here. They secure the kill. They see the other side, but Soms, however, distracts him with his teammate who's on the ground, tries to go for the revives. The rest of the team going to clear them up.
Oh no, there's gonna be a flush total out for the team. Avi is just winning this, but Dingoz still managed to hold it on for the last minute, while Drax around just at the outskirts of Tambang just have to go against Impunity in this unfortunate manner. Look at Drax! That nade really landed on top of him, almost got him totally knocked down. He's the sole survivor for the team. That was close. Manparang managed to finish it off.
Oh, Drax now going for the revive. Only Jumper left together with him. They need to do this really, really quickly because Impunity is close by. They may get taken out by Jaeger if they don't do it fast. And there goes as well for other teams. Just closing it onto Yoodo Gang. Yoodo Gang now trapped in a circle where everyone is there. Jaeger letting those shots go, but nothing connects.
And now Yoodo Gang Jumper, he has been revived as well as Drax. Ooh, they're making sure that they can't get out of here. They blew up the vehicle. All right, now Yoodo Gang, 2 members. Impunity's last member, Jaeger, here is going to try and hopefully get a double kill, but it's going to be tough. He's getting chipped by those grenades. Drax is trying to predict it, but he's getting shot back in the back by axes. Dingoz have been eliminated.
That is a tough spot to play. Drax is down to 0.1 HP. He really need to heal up super fast here. Luckily, they have so much smoke to cover with. And Jumper just trying to relocate his position, reading out the position of 2 teams, Axis as well as Resurgence at the back. Still Hearts on the other hand managed to knock one off for FV. And Axis going against Team NoRecoil at the same time.
And now Volky, again, he's caught out in the blue. He has to run on inside. Resurgence already with 2 casualties. It's not looking too great for them. H2O, however, seemingly having all their members still alive.
Oh yeah, H2O. Come on, guys. People from the second page, hopefully this will boost them to the first page, but they still need to go through so many other teams. There's still 11 more alive. Volky seems to be taken out by the play zone, ladies and gentlemen. And now Drax is still alive. There is Axis in front of it as well as RSG. Shots fired, it connects, but not enough to take him down.
Yeah, but close enough managed to take one down. If that happens, they can just rush in and take the compound to themselves. Question is there anybody notice that Jaeger is right behind, crawling, sneaking over Drax and the rest of Yoodo Gang? Look at this circle. This is just unforgiving.
Yeah, let's look at the overall map so far. It looks like Steel Hearts is zoning out FV. There's no way they're getting back in there. Volky, however, even though he got knocked down by the play zone, he's close enough for his team to pull him back up. But Yoodo Jumper does get an initial knockdown onto Mappy here. Axis taking a lot of fire from different angles. However, Yoodo need to take out the last member of Impunity here just to cover their backs. And yes, Jaeger is taken out by Bosskurr in the back. Brada is out in the open. Jumper sees him out. He takes a couple of shots and knocks him down. That's a really good knockdown here as the rest of the Bosskurr need to go and save Brada, and that's what Jumper wants.
And H2O just behind the stones right there. Need to face off with Jumper, but now we just look at the overall map. Steel Hearts, they're in a good position, but looks like one of them have been taken out by Geek Fam. Damroot here. Kagura still maintaining his position for his teammate, but
what is this?
No, what is that? He wanted to go for a backstroke.
Well, maybe he just missed the water a bit there. But they are trying to hold on the shorelines for Team H2O. They like the water, right? That's why hence H2O. But Jumper, on the other hand, still going aggressive. They only have 2 men left, but at the same time, the blue is closing in. They need to go out from here, but Mozart already gatekeeping on the higher grounds.
Yeah, Yoodo is really not in a good position. There's not a lot of places to hide here. Unbeatablle FV is going to be knocked out as Geek trying to secure the last couple of kills onto EVOS VIP. 1 more member left. to take out, to eliminate the squad.
And now we do see QB throwing out the grenades there, hoping to catch Yakuza. And first grenade out, Kuza. He's still standing there. Nope, not clean enough onto it. But just look at this. H2O, 3 team members going for a swim there. It's a really, really hard day.
There's the moment I say I've seen this circle before. This is exactly what happened. Half circle covering the water. It will down to play healing game if they can position themselves right at the cliff there. There's so many stones and structures you can climb yourself in that situation, and the one that on top of those hills can no way drop a nade there. It's so hard to get there. And back to Yoodo gang, they are still on top of this shorelines. We're trying to get Bosskurr out of the way. Kind of hard with outnumbered people, but still managed to control that recoil. Nice barrel control, getting one down. There's a couple more to go. Just managed to, in the nick of time, save himself a little bit of covers.
They got to push back a little bit because the micro Uzi is in play. You can definitely tell by the sound. Oh no, Jumper! He compromised his position with the grenade. He failed the grenade and now has to reposition again. He had the angle there. That's a little unfortunate, I'm not going to lie. But QB taking quite a bit of damage on the opposite side as Team Boss. They want to control this cliff as much as possible, but Yoodo is making it difficult.
Yoodo is not making it easy for himself, and Geek have been taken out from this competition. Jumper from one side, managed to take down Hans from the side, and Mozart as well. This is going insane. Bosskurr has been sent back to the lobby, and H2O are still going for the swim. Kagura now being knocked out, but at the same time, Kuza fending off H2O from behind.
That was outnumbered but outplayed by Yoodo, who took away whole team out. But at the same time, still Hot Spotman is very safe, while H2O decided they're regretting their decision staying in the water, because in the end of the day, it's gonna be a land circle.
Yeah, just look at this. Look at H2O. They were in the water for the longest time. It looks like they're sacrificing one member because there's no way he can get around there to heal himself enough to survive. The circle doesn't even have boost, but H2O Pengo, he has to deal with VIP Kuza, the last member of EVOS there, and he knows that they're there.
Yep, they're definitely there, and Kuza knows that. But then again, just look at on top. There's still others who could just rush into Kuza if they wanted to. Pan on the other side, just watching the action from afar. Arts will definitely not survive this. He's still in the water. Now it's down to Pengu for Team H2O. He needs to face off with Kuza. It's going to be a tough call here.
It's a four-way warfare with so many men left. And just now, Yoodo, they are outnumbered. Just in the back of time! They managed to just get one. One more H2O is still in the water, but I think they will secure themselves maybe the 4th placement in case one of them are down. Maybe they got themselves a third, as long as H2O still holding in the water there long enough.
Yoodo is doing a great job. Somehow they're surviving with just 2 members. They are very good in squads of 2. Looks like they've been playing a lot of duo together, as Drax as well as Jumper are just controlling this zone. VIP Kuza can't peek right now, and it's the last 2 members. This isn't looking too good unless Kuza shifts it into next gear and clutches it out.
Oh, it's 2 versus 1, but can he make it out for Kuza? We know Yakuza is a very good player, but we're talking about Yoodo gang, who has been duo all the way, managed to outnumber anybody else who, even though they are not having enough manpower.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Kuza this time in terms of numbers. It's 2 versus 1. They can go for the rush there, and now Drax with the spray, but then again, it does not connect. Kuza still trying to go. Will be taken down at the end. Winner, chicken dinner for Yoodo gang.
2 times in a row again. Is this like a day where every team just have to have twice chicken dinner just simultaneously? Because you see, that was brilliant plays by Yoodo gang.
Yeah, honestly, it's really crazy, and I think their secret to a lot of their success is the way they actually handle situations, what angles they want to take, and when they peak. Because when they peak together, and I think a lot of teams take for granted what it's like to have to look at 2 places at once. It is just so difficult to do.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Even the previous game where they had 4 members, they all know how to position themselves. They all know, like, it's as if like, okay, if you have this kind of V-angle view, you all know that, okay, we don't need to overlap each other, but we can cover enough. The moment we need to overlap, that's where we know someone's at that area.
And the thing is, communication is one of the things that are really important to pick two people at once, it's not an easy task, you know.
Not to mention that they had a lot of situations whereby they were actually outnumbered as well and still able to clutch it out, making their movements unpredictable, very difficult to read, and when they have an opportunity to shoot, they always take it. But let's look at the highlights real quick to relive the experience one more time.
And now, of course, this is the smallest map possible in the whole of PUBG Mobile. The circle, the moment it comes out, oh my goodness, it's just an all around, in the entire arena. And this is where Y2K just need to peek a little bit there, unfortunately for his opponents, gets taken out, and Pan looks like they are all in the house there. Romeo tried to hang on for a long time, but well, just unfortunate.
I think Bapak at this state, if only they just not jump off the bridge and just go and walk to the end of the bridge there, they might make a big fat chance of surviving instead of being a sitting duck, or preferably here swimming ducks. And the rest of the team just history just because they're swimming.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a prime example why I don't like water, specifically in PUBG Mobile. There's literally nothing much you can do. You can't shoot in it. You can't shoot. You can't use utility. Literally nothing. You just have to kind of accept your fate once you are gatekept by a river.
And that's what interests us in this kind of circle, right, Cloud? You have to agree.
Well, we are evil in that way, so yeah. But this is where FV, they played really, really well. I do remember this quite clearly, that they went in all out, close quarters combat. They did tell me that they want to be a little bit more aggressive in this round, this day today. So they've been showing it in that playstyle. We can see that how they go for the close quarters.
Well, I just don't know how Yoodo made it out, because there's so many teams outnumbered. They only have 2 people, but there's also Bosskurr, there's also Geek there, and they still managed to clutch it out only with 2 men. That's 8 people alive back then, still getting 1 by 1. They are abusing this turret entirely at this stage for Yoodo, Jumper as well as Drax. They just make the calls right on time, pick at the same time like you said, and just till the end of it. But then H2O just happens to be really regretting their decision there.
Yeah, I definitely agree here. And you know, they were also, another thing that they were doing, it's a micro thing, but they kept alternating positions. And we know in PUBG Mobile there is indicators of sounds of the general direction of where the footsteps are. And it gets very, very confusing because it's not pinpoint accurate. You'll just see a bit of a fade of the footsteps. And when you see multiple fades, you're like, I don't know, which side are they peeking out first? Now, let's have a look at the standings.
Now, look at the standings. Last survivor, R2K, still hanging on by a little bit on that top spot with 70 points. Yoodo Gang catching up with 68 points. Geek Fam Malaysia 65 points, not far away. EVOS VIP with 48 points.
And there's Team NoRecoil at 5th placement, 39 points, followed up by Bapak are not doing great this round with 37 points. 7th and 8th placement, Dingoz, MZ and Axis MPX respectively got themselves same kills, same pointer. Interesting.
Yeah, you know how we were smack talking Axis a lot? It looks like they've really been climbing up the ladder. They beat 8 other teams to make it into the first page, which is really honestly good on them.
Yeah, absolutely good. Great to see page 2 people coming on to page 1. So moving on to page 2, FV Unbeatablle looks like they drop into page 2 with 35 points. Steelheart Esports with 30 points. Resurgence 25 points. ESG Gaming 22 points.
With H2O, they really like the water just now, but the water isn't helping them that much. 60 points with 13 placement, while 14-15 is Team Bosskurr and XPERT MY Esport respectively with 14 points here. Whilst Impunity, they are doing great within the qualifiers, but not this time around, not today. Got themselves at the last placement here with 12 points.
Yeah, it looks like they haven't been able to go up on their luck. It really is a bit of a struggle to them. But let's look over to what is the most important thing, the stats. Damroot at 14 kills. What a guy!
Wow, Damroot, we haven't seen so much of him actually today as compared to the other day, but well, looks like the stats just prove that he is still in the game. Don't forget me, guys.
Forget you. Nobody forget you, Claire. Aha! Back to Damroot here. Sorry, I have to roast you a bit. 14th placement, and yeah, quite interesting enough, kind of a big gap there between the first place amount of stat and the rest of it. Back then it was just 1 point. That's the last chicken dinner markers here, where Yoodo gang just have to take within just duo fight against the world.
I'm still amazed that just 2 of them, they managed to hang on so long and against so many as well. But just looking back at Asia's decision to get into the water, I think it was a 50-50 thing. If they don't go into the water, if they stay on ground, there's always a possibility where they would get picked off as well. So it was a tough call really for H2, I think.
Quite true, but then it heads off to Geek fam. Geek fam. It was Yoodo gang, and they got themselves 2 chicken dinner twice in a row. Same goes for our last survivor. So it's a thing today. So we have like 2 more matches. So probably the next 2 matches will be taken out by another team that get themselves another 2 chicken dinner, the same one. You know.
Honestly, I'm thinking that Yoodo gang definitely is a step above the rest when it comes to like 2-on-4 combat. They know how to deal with outnumbered situations, which I can't say the same for a lot of teams. However, right now it definitely feels like a lot of the Singaporean teams are struggling to adapt to how aggressive some of these teams are and where they need to be at the right time. You think that's going to change, or is this going to be a week-long trend?
I think that will change. I think we do see at some point that the Singaporean teams actually start to adapt and play better. So I just expect this to continue to grow. But of course, the challenge is that the other teams as well, they also swap around their playstyle. So it's the challenge of just adapting here.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree. But I'm waiting Impunity. They were number 1 in qualifiers, but they're just being really, really in a tough situation in the tournament right now. They need to change a lot of things here.
Alright, that's some pretty good thoughts, but let's go look at the winners here. Nick the Hound Harris, take it away.
And welcome back to the main stage, ladies and gentlemen. 4 games in the books already here at the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. I am your host with the most, Hound Dogman. We're still coming to you live here at IO Esports Arena. And man, oh man, day 5 seems to be a trend here. First game and second game, last survivor R2K, 2 chicken dinners in a row with a total of 26 eliminations. Yoodo gang being able to get 2 chicken dinners as well in game number 3 and game number 4 with a total of 20 kills, tying them up with teams like Geek Fam as well as Team Secret with the most chicken dinners. I don't know about you, but the standings are getting more and more competitive. In any case, let's welcome again here for the second time today from Yoodo gang, ladies and gentlemen, Drax! All about by day 6 we're gonna have secret handshakes. Anyway, all jokes aside, Yoodo gang again coming in with a second chicken dinner of today, giving them a total of 6 eliminations. We were talking in backstage just now a little bit about pressure, a little bit about stress, and it seems that you said that the points didn't matter. Can you please elaborate a little bit on that, your mindset about the points just now we were talking about behind?
Semalam kita tengok Team Secret 100 lebih dia dapat point, so dia tinggal jauh. Then hari ni macam kita orang pressure fikir pasal nak kejar point. So sebab tu macam first and second game bila kita orang mati awal je jadi down lah. So bila third game tu kita bail lah balik. Kita cuba jangan fikir pasal point, just play, have fun.
Well, that's the most important thing. I don't know about you guys, but when I play my rank games, when I play my placement games, I put a lot of stress on myself. And it's definitely something to know that members like Team Yoodo gang, who regardless, having some of the strongest firepowers in the entire league, still feel pressure, still feel a lot of stress, mainly because of other teams going ahead. Now, with that stress, with that kind of pressure, we understand that fun is also a very important part, kena berseronok juga. But at the same time, do you feel that fun and pressure actually makes you a little bit cautious and makes you a little bit more down to earth?
I think, yeah, because I don't know lah, kalau terlampau serius macam nanti terlampau kecewa. So, it's okay. esok ada lagi. So macam itulah.
Now that is a positive mental outlook that are coming in from members of Yoodo GANK as well as Drax. It's definitely something you gotta work with what you have and just take what you have. I mean, if win or lose, whether it's first, second, third or last, you made it this far and it's something to be proud of. Let's talk a little bit about that final circle. Talk us through it. How much fun did you have? What were the comms like? Were you laughing at each other? Were you insulting each other? Please elaborate a little bit.
Masa awal-awal tu okay, smooth je. And then saya accident naik bagi jadi. And then saya pun macam ketawa lah. Kenapa bagi ni, problem ni. Jadi Fredo pun mati, lepas tu Manparang pun mati. So tinggal 2 orang. Lepas tu pressure datang banyak arah. Kita orang macam redor, anything, just please habis cepat. And then tak tahu pula boleh dapat chicken. So yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. Most teams, especially at these stages of the tournament, put a lot of pressure on themselves. Whenever things that happen like buggy accidents, I think if I was a player, I'd be like, oh my god, why is this happening? I put so much pressure on myself. But Drax took it in stride, laughed about it. Fredo and Manparang helped him out. Despite the fact that 2 members were lost in that mishap with the buggy, they were still able to get it away. Anyway, I guess that's enough for questions. Congratulations against Drax. Always glad to see more members of the same team keep coming up here. It just shows that something that they're doing in terms of their strategy is working. Anyway, for those of you guys who would like to know, game number 4 is done and dusted. Yoodo GANK comes up on the stage again as well as Last Survivor R2K. Will they make it up this stage again? Will you see Drax's face here for the third time today? You have to stay tuned and find out. We'll be back with game number 5 at PMPL.
Yeah.
Senang kita orang panggil dia Pakcik Green. Ya, orang tu dia paling tua dalam team tapi dia terlebih tua 10 tahun.
Okay, kita orang daripada FB Unbeatablle. So, saya sendiri adalah captain team, nama Grim. So, yang hujung sana, saya Afan. Yang ini,
Akido.
Dan ini,
Saya Slip.
Team ni terjadi lepas saya, line up lama saya semua retire. So, lepas tu saya akan jumpa dengan Slip. Dan Slip akan kenalkan lagi 2 line up yang lama, yang ini, Akido dan juga Afan. Okay, sebabnya saya nampak diorang ni ada kelebihan yang istimewa. Yang lain daripada yang lain.
Macam mana istimewa?
Okay, istimewa dia sebab diorang bertiga dah main lama, dah serasi. Diorang cuma perlukan seorang kapten. Dan saya adalah seorang kapten tu. Dan kami akan cuba buat performance yang terbaik lah untuk beat tim lain.
By the time untuk sampai ke MPL ni, kita kena prepare secara mental. When Scrim, game by game, kalau ada yang macam mental down, but I motivate them to continue until Scrim tu habis.
Sebab itulah, kita orang tak pernah main untuk tournament sampai 3 minggu berturut-turut. So macam ini satu pengalaman yang baru dan satu orang kata cabaran yang baru yang kita orang akan sahut sama-sama. Yoodo. Sebab apa? Sebab apa korang pilih Yoodo? Sebab apa kau pilih Yoodo? Cuba jawab sikit.
Yoodo. Okay. Taktikal dia semua kita nampak memang dia macam more than other teams in Malaysia. So we enable benda tu boleh buat. Team tu boleh lawan.
Kalau dia boleh, kenapa kita?
Kenapa dia lawan dia?
Yes.
Why need to run bila kita jumpa Yoodo?
Yes.
Satu lagi dia ada ni.
Dia ada siapa? Fredo.
Kenapa penting? Nak naikkan lagi populariti. Uno Fedo.
Yes! Betul.
Kepada tim yang lain, okey, kalau kepada tim yang lain, kita cuba elak lah daripada jumpa Unbeatablle kan. Korang dengar nama Unbeatablle pun korang tahu dah. Tak dapat dikalahkan. Unbeatablle. So memang korang tak boleh kalahkan. So elakkan daripada berjumpa, okey?
Dynamic. So since 1 bulan ni, the consistency tu nampak. Day by day, they keep improving. Sebelum ni memang baru masuk roster and kita still nak kenal masing-masing. So the progress is there.
Mati paling cepat mati paling cepat.
Yes.
Saya rasa yang ini. Walaupun dia in-game leader, tapi kita tak akan mati paling cepat. Tak tahu kenapa kan. Mungkin sebab kalau dia mati, dia nampak view lagi besar.
So dia boleh buat next strategy, next move macam mana.
Saja mati.
Tak saja kan.
So dikira tactical death lah.
Tactical dive.
Yes. Mood maker, I think Afad. Sebab bila kita orang semua macam tengah gaduh apa, then after game dia akan call kita orang sekali together, then dia akan cakap like we need to move this, kita kena biar je ni, kita reset this game, next game kita buat balik.
Even mati awal pun next game kena continue.
The mistake is there, memang mistake biar mistake, then kita buat
Pass
balik.
is pass.
Kalau G ada set, kita dah fight.
Set! Apa?
Okay, so saya as a student, so banyak masa saya kena bahagi dengan baik. Saya kena study betul, so then saya kena main Scrim malam-malam. So itulah cabaran saya lah.
So far sekarang ni kalau training, mostly biasanya kita orang akan ambil dalam 4 atau 5 jam. Yang itu yang betul-betul orang kata training lah. Betul proper training. So kalau yang lain tu just orang kata just play.
Untuk kita orang ni rasa macam sakit hati jugalah sometimes. Dia buat macam kita orang ni rasa mau marah sama dia.
Hi guys, we are from Geek Fam. I'm 420.
Saya Abdullah Hafiz. In-game name saya EVOS.
Saya Ahmad Syafiq Imran bin Muhammad, in-game name QB.
Saya Azman, in-game name Ainaoki.
Saya Irzam, in-game name Dingoz.
Okay, tim ni form dari PMNC Season 1. Tapi waktu Season 2 kami ada perubahan roster. Iaitu sekarang Damrod dengan TB baru masuk. Dan inilah tim Geek Fam sekarang.
Dari segi mentality dengan tactical semua sudah prepare. Sekarang fokus dengan individual skill dari segi communication dengan rotation sendiri dan firepower doang.
Form penat, mental down, lack of sleep. Tapi overall kami masih excited mau main that it will be fun.
Okay, actually just have one team as a rival for us, which is the one and only Yoodo Gang.
Sebab jumper terlalu comel untuk saya.
Fredo, handsome.
Manparan tinggi. Drax OP.
Okay, everything is well prepared. I'm the scouter. Eops is the support. TB also a support. Damrod is a sniper or flanker. Naoki is a rusher.
The scouter. One and only scouter.
Okay, mati itu biasa lah orang bilang. Kalau sudah ajal apa boleh buat. Sebab saya mati pun selalu sebab saya akan cek tempat tu. Kalau clear baru orang masuk. Our one and only Mr. Weng Wong, our handsome manager. Sebab selalu lepas kalau just in case kami tusun ke apa kan, dia selalu kasih sabar kami lah. Dia just macam bagi positive vibe. Kalau orang bilang bergaduh dengan Awe tu semua orang terjadi kan. Tapi kalau boleh itu benda macam tu kan tolak tepi lah dulu. Sebab bukan hal serius pun. Okay, biasanya akan jadi sometimes 8, sometimes 12 and sometimes lebih. Kalau yang lebih tu biasanya sebab kami start scrim dari jam 3 petang. Lepas tu rest, lepas tu jam 8 akan sambung lagi. Lepas tu jam 12 malam midnight scrim akan sambung lagi. So dia akan sometimes kurang, sometimes lebih.
Welcome to the PUBG Mobile Pro League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. You guys have been patiently waiting for so long. We'd like to thank all the audience members as well as the people online watching this live. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's been a great pleasure casting for y'all so far. But remember, a huge shout out to Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios for making this all possible and bringing this to life. And not to mention Facebook Gaming, our official streaming partner, for allowing it to happen. How do you like that intro? A little better? A little different? Still the same? No? Yes?
Okay, that's okay.
Boom! And also nailing the points with Choo Choo here. My name is Gideon. This is Choo Choo. This is Sir Cloud. We're back.
Hello guys, it's down to game 5 today, day 5. 2 chicken dinners in a row for 2 teams, which is first last survival, then it was Yoodo GANK. Whose turn next?
Well, will we see a third one for you to get, or will we see a new double, or will we see someone who has not gotten it yet? All these questions need to be answered. Let me bring out my crystal ball.
Oh. You have a question ball?
Oh,
question ball over there? No. Hold that thought for now. Hold that thought for now, because we're making history here at the first PMPL 2020. First of all, last survivors getting 2 in a row. Wow, amazing. Yoodo Gang is like, hey, we just realized that since this is the first event, people are making history. Might as well we make our own legacy as well. Therefore, potential 3 chicken dinners. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. I'm just saying, don't want to jinx it.
Or maybe like somebody else gonna take it this time. I really look forward for something like H2O maybe, or at least Impunity, Kage, maybe even Resurgence haven't got themselves chicken dinner yet.
Yeah, same as EVOS as well. They're all teams are actually kind of struggling if you're not part of that top bracket so far. What do you think, Sir Cloud?
yeah, absolutely agree. Of course, by now you guys know that. Come on, underdogs. Come on, Page, do peeps. Bring on a chicken dinner. Show everyone that you guys are in here to win it as well.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. Team NoRecoil is one of them. They are climbing up the ladder in terms of kills and position points, but they still didn't land themselves a chicken dinner. But speaking of Yoodo, 2 times in a row, maybe a 3rd time. And back to Unbeatablle Gaming. They're always, I like to see Alpha. He's always so happy.
He's such a great guy, honestly. How can you not smile when he smiles? Like, that has to be breaking the law.
Well, it's kind of very infectious smile there is. But ESG on the other hand, fake 1 chicken, no real ones yet.
Yeah, I was looking up the other day, like, contagious diseases. So far, the latest one is coronavirus. The second one, surprisingly, is Afat's smile, man. It's ridiculous. You thought I was going dark with that? Hey, gotcha.
My God, this guy. Cloud, just try to counter that switch there. Go.
Oh, I just
you can do it.
I'm like frozen right now just listening to that. I thought it was like, okay, so we know there's someone else who's a medical student here. I thought we were going to get a 3rd person who's going to shock us by his medical knowledge, but then again, okay.
I'm just smooth.
Okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
All right, let's talk about certain teams here, and most importantly, I want Dingoz is a very interesting team. They're like middle of the pack, but somehow they can clutch it out. Sometimes they're not on. Like, what exactly is their deal here?
They're just always in the middle, and they just. When it comes to close quarter combat, they just happen to lose it sometimes. When it comes to long range, it was quite okay as well as middle range, but when being rushed in, they kind of lost their footings and just don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, we do see quite a number of teams now like to go for the rush. And yeah, it's really something that you need to learn to defend against, because not only in this group, in Group A as well, we do have a lot of good rushers like BTR and the sort of teams. So it's really going to start to be a real challenge how they want to fend that off.
I would agree, and the micro Uzi is definitely making it a lot easier for teams to do that, as well as vehicles. However, it's a lot of it has to do with just where you're looking at the right time. Ooh, looks like the map is already set. The teams are ready to go. The next map you guys have been waiting for is Miramar, or at the very least I've been waiting for, as we lock and load, go in and prepare for the drop.
Okay, the thing is, we do know Geek Fam is really dominating this map, but they are being taken down the crown by Last Survivor earlier today. Can they actually get this map back in their hands? There you go, Miramar, one of the biggest map. There is 8 by 8 kilometers with more than 90% of land there. Chances are, sometimes the circle just have to end it up in a water zone again, you know. Just have to be water.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No.
Well, if someone kissed on the ghost picture, I don't know about that. But then again, just look at the flight path right here. Way southern side, and teams will start to be locked and loaded, and they will go out now. Some teams will go for minus Del Sur. Maybe, although it's very unlikely for us to see that. But of course, what we're definitely going to see is the action that's brought to you by our observers. Thank you so much to XTYR and NGEK Topcast, as well as Zai. Thank you guys so much.
All right, XCYR, 5 more games until you hit the magic number 300. And when that happens, you know we're definitely going to give you that shout out. But let's have a look at where everybody currently is.
This is so confusing because I'm looking at Grim.
I think that's a visual bug, right?
Yeah, I'm so confused because it seems like he is at the same speed as the flight path going. Yeah, I think that's obviously a bug, but apparently still hasn't landed on anywhere. Now I'm confused.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be fixed in a little bit here. But yeah, let's look at the general spots because the flight path is heavily towards the southern side. Let's see where the circle is going to be now that the plane has flown off the map. I'm really excited to see whether it's going to be on the northern side because so far... Oh, southern side!
Oh.
Wow!
Okay.
Wow, well, just on top of that flight path, quite interesting. Is there any chance that it might end up on a small island just beneath that?
Ooh.
I don't think so, right?
Okay, where's on the ghost picture when you need it?
Looks like somebody has been playing a little too much with their Photoshop editors to look for the perfect picture so far. But, overall, looking at this, it's kind of tough to say. A lot of teams are very, very close to each other. Are they still going to try to go out of the circle to go to their usual drop spots to pick up loot, or are they just going to adapt the game and play by ear?
They have to find a vehicle, at least that, because you can't get enough loot on the south side of a map alone. Some teams are usual drops like El Azhar, for example, St. Martin as well. To actually fight for Los Leones is kind of hard.
Yeah, they definitely need those vehicles. You cannot deny the possibility of that circle really becomes really evil and go towards the southern side of the island. But yeah, you got to be prepared for everything. But looks like preparation is up here for Team NoRecoil. They do see H2O on the other side of their map, and they may pin them down because looks like they can go for the flank.
Yeah, they actually landed on the same place Monte Nuevo because the rest of Team NoRecoil just now usually they drop by around power grid, but apparently just want to take up the fight. But Resurgence on the other hand just have to get a go with Axis here.
It looks like Kuda is going to be the first to fall down. Oh no! Volky is going to be the next to fall as he gets gunned down. Iron Pro, he sees him out, but he quickly misses the shots. He got to reload real quick before he peeks out again. It's going to be Small Boy with the shotgun. He needs to take him out. That 12 gauge is going to be important, but he takes out the one crawling. Smart decision as the rest of his team slowly impending doom for Chick. He's just looking for an opportunity. Come on and peek, because he's got him!
That shotgun really does a lot of work there. The rest of Axis is nowhere to be seen. Might just as well finish off as first one, but they still have 1 or 2 more survivors on the side of Axis.
Well, that finishing just need to be done by the Micro Uzi. Unfortunately for Axis, looks like they will go out. 2 team members of them will go out really, really early. Now left 2 more. They got a vehicle each, so well, they got to find a new location to loot.
Kind of hard, but then Yoodo Jumper, look at that, 6,552, 41 kills.
That is ridiculous. That is honestly ridiculous.
There's there's higher ones, right? Almost hitting 8K.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of damage, but I'm just shocked by the total number of kills Jumper is able to pick by himself, A lot of it, has to do with you get the knockdown, then somebody else takes him out because they have a better angle. But, Jumper here has clutched out a lot of situations for his team. So, honestly, that 41 kills is just well-deserved.
Yep, absolutely agree. That well deserved. Now H2O looks like they still have Team NoRecoil to deal with. And the circle is still okay for them. They're still within the circle. Now it's down to H2O whether they want to let them go and go to another location, because just looking at their loot, they need a little bit more than that. Kagura here without any vest in a really tight spot.
Yeah, hopefully the ammunition is more than enough to hold their thoughts. Now there you go, Luyu. Just bump into one of the show on the outskirts of Ladrella, if I'm not mistaken, and finish it out straight away. A clean kill at that. Easily getting 1 point. He got clipped quite a lot, but have enough utilities. But back to the Kagura and the rest of Team NoRecoil trying to duke it out with just a wall. A team wall within, and managed to still clutch it out. It's 1-0 for both teams.
Two casualties. One casualty for each team as of right now. Luckily, Kagura switched over to the Micro Uzi. That Scar wouldn't have been able to pull something off at that range, because that rate of fire is relatively slow compared to the other rifles so far. Ooh, Papa getting a one shot onto Fredo, but Mapar accidentally shoots the vehicle, blowing it up and accidentally killing Fredo. That timing couldn't have been worse.
Feels bad for Fredo now. Betrayal at its best. It's okay, Cloud. It can swallow now.
Oh man, Chuchu's just looking at me and like fully stunned here. Oh, what just happened? That was a disaster for Yoodo gang, and that disaster will continue because Ida have them pinned down.
And now Ida trying to use this terrain to play at his side. But at the same time, Manparang, with that kind of hills and slope, it's really hard to land any shots on them. While the rest of team still hard, try to reposition themselves, and they manage to get a little bit clips on Manparang, and they try to corner them as many ways as possible.
They're trying to find a flank angle here, and Maparang, he's playing around with the smoke as much as he can, hopefully buying some time for Jumper to get behind the hill and go for the revive. And I think that's going to be the call for the rest of Drax, he cuts out of the vehicle and is now sliding off the edge, which is a little unfortunate. He needs to look towards the right side to take out the other members, especially, Steelheart's Papa, as well as Idil, who has a really good side angle. And I'm pretty sure that's Wadu as well at the side. Wandu?
Yup, he is there around there somewhere, but this is a very slippery slope of hill, very steep to actually play with for the rest of Yoodo gang. Wadu actually trying to push it in from the flank. He actually got the position where he wants it to be at the blind start of Yoodo gang. They've been cornered. They have actually a way out for Yoodo if they just build this one going down the road, but kind of hard to run away from a wide vision of Steelhearts right on top of them.
I 100% agree there, because Saints, Steelhearts, the moment they hear that vehicle, they're going to go for a push and then try to blow up the vehicle and take them out all at once. Yoodo, on the other hand, Mamparang taking a lot of shots. However, he is hurt. He is 20%, so he has to heal back up. But Wadu is not going to let Drax do anything. Brings out the Micro Uzi, needs to reload real quick. Comes up with the M4. Is it going to be enough? He misses that spray, but he does take down Drax, as Drax was unable to land the last couple of shots to take out Wadu.
Oh, now Drax is in trouble. Pan may just come and mop it all up. Manparang, he has
no clue that Papa behind him. He has no clue at that, and now he is well alert. And Manparang tried to position himself in the well cover, but there's no way he can run out of this. Yoodo being denied entirely out as the first team to be straight in the lobby at 16th place.
Oh, that's unfortunate. There's so many things that went wrong there. Like, you can definitely see my partner's like, all right, we need to take out this vehicle so that he has cover. Oh no. At the same time, Fredo goes down, it explodes, he dies, gets a team frag. At least it denies the points, at the very least.
Yeah, that's quite true. But at the same time, Manparang, the moment he go to the flanks, he kind of didn't notice there's one more person from the team, for the opponent's team just now. But back to Bapak, that's quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage there from Jenny. 6.1k with 39 kills. He's being the star man definitely for Bapak Esports. But just look at Bapak right now. They're surrounding. Jenny will go in and they will continue the pursuit. And now they will continue to find one more teammate. Yichao just behind that. Tricks taking a couple of shots. Yichao still holding on, but not for long. Yichao will be taken down. Oh, looks like Bapak, they are bossing this right now.
It seems like a curse of those who got 2 chicken dinners today will be out way too early. Both teams' survival, lost survival, as well as Yoodo gang already stay in the lobby quite early, really too early.
Yeah, and this is really uncharacteristic for either one of those teams. It's only the second phase of the game, and Bapak very happy that they were able to take them out. So it looks like the rest of the teams are invigorated, and it's anybody's game to take this winner-winner chicken dinner.
Yes, it's still anybody's game, and now we do see a team NoRecoil still at 9K with 3 team members just waiting outside the compound of H2O. Looks like H2O with 2 team members. Numbers not on their side. Definitely not wanting to take this fight at this moment because anyway, it is still 14 teams left. Minimum points if you were to drop out at this point.
And mind you that it's only the second phase of the game, of the circle. Straight 2 teams out. I think that's super aggressive. We're talking about Miramar, the biggest map there is, but these teams, they just having to go straight into the game. At the same time, Geek fam, on the other hand, we know they are one of the best teams when it comes to Miramar, trying to play with the terrain, and all of them hop on into one vehicle each, making sure that they will have the... Oh, there's almost tip over there.
Yeah, and you know, it is really uncharacteristic for the teams as well as the maps. But let's look at Dingoz over here as ESG look to take a couple of shots at them so far as Bravo. Ooh, getting gunned down so quickly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They will need to do something there. Dingoz looks like Sam needs some help there. Marcel will move in while Nug from the other side will try to draw the attention of the opponents. But it looks like Sam is still left alone. They may just want to go for the kill there. And now Superlab, Pemburu, Potas, they are all around. Mason prepping out the grenade there. Toss it all out. May hit on someone. Hopefully soon.
Oh! Back into the karma it is in the face for Marcel. He tosses a nade but it hits him back. Now back to nukes on Dingo's side. They got a visualization on ESG, but at the same time it's so hard to pinpoint the position, and the taps doesn't seem to land on any shots anybody just yet. They are surrounding that compound, particularly that building, but Master tries one more time just to throw that nade into that compound.
He's trying to flush them out. Dingoz, again, even though they haven't been able to take trades too well so far, they're doing a really good job against ESG, who are stuck in the compound considering where the landscape is. I mean, Dingoz have a lot of options.
On fire just now, ESG almost got cooked by the Molotov barbecued. But Super Learn on the other hand, how did they get out from this building? It's kind of hard. All the angles are covered here.
All the angles are covered and they need to call the fire brigade because everything is going to turn hot, hot, hot. Oh, Mesa is just waiting outside as well. And now the circle looks like it's kind to a lot of teams there. Oh man.
Oh goodness me. But yup, it's Lostly on the circle this time around. Axis landed on top, just in the middle of it. But ESG on the other hand, just have to go through Resurgence, who just tried to advance themselves. At the same time having Dingoz on here, still pressing on them too.
I mean, they're holding a position, but I think they're reconsidering, like, is this worth it? Is this the angle that we want to take? And, you know, I think they've caught a wind of it, but they just want to make sure ESG doesn't go too far. So Nook stays behind a little bit just to kind of pretend that the rest of the team is repositioning, looking for an angle before he disengages himself. But yeah, I do think Dingoz are making the right call, pulling away from this fight.
Oh, mind you that Dingoz just walking through Resurgence the moment they reposition themselves. And it's 3 versus 4 at that, and just one man stuck in the middle, which is Nuke. If they knew that the kill feed going to show that ESG is actually, Dingoz has actually been taken down, they will rush in for the last ESG member just now. Dingoz, sorry.
Yep, and now we do see moving on to EVOS VIP against Steelheart. EVOS VIP, they do have the high ground though, so they have a good side if Steelheart were to make a push for it, but well, definitely Steelheart is just going to hang on to this. They are in the circle anyway, so no pressure there, so that's definitely fine. So we will definitely see a stalemate here.
A Steelheart and stalemate?
Steelheart stealing the mate.
Stalemate now? Steelhearts? Well, Impunity just landed them some AUG A3 there, but well, it's still a micro Uzi game, trust me.
Yeah, it definitely is. Despite all the long range, eventually you're going to have to whip out that micro Uzi at some point, especially when it comes down to the 6th and 7th phase. But now looking at Steelhearts against EVOS, EVOS with the primary position. Steelhearts have to hold the structure for now because they can't really do too much if they walk out or look to push. There's just too much distance.
And now EVOS trying to reposition themselves. They are quite out in the open here. Not much covers to play with, not even structures there except for VIP area. They kind of clumped up between Bapak and there's also Steel Hearts, if I'm not mistaken, there. And I don't know how they will try to just get out from there or just challenge up for the rest of the team.
Oh, brother, now with the long range, they have its eyes on the vehicles, but then again, you don't want to use this against those. So it would just be just for information gathering, nothing much. But look at this on the minimap. On the top, there will be another team coming in at any point of time. Team XP here. Looks like they will gatekeep for a while.
They're holding on. They're holding on to their position for now. I think they're just kind of skeptical whether these structures have team members in them, because most would hide their vehicles within it or behind it. And since they don't have line of sight, they can't do much. But right now, XPERT really happy about this circle. But look at the south side. Geek fam have to deal with Impunity, and they have no choice because of where the position of the circle is.
At the same time, Team NoRecoil have to just fight Bosskurr, which will be gatekept by Bapak, and there's also EVOS and Steel Hearts marching at the same time. They all will collide at some point because we all know the direction that they are moving right now, kind of in the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Steelheart looks like they will make a break for it, but oh, just look at this. They'll probably be bumping into another team here. There'll probably be a road rage here happening. Will they go for it, or will they just handshake, invisible handshake, and say, okay, we'll respect each other, see you guys later on?
I think that just happened. They kind of did.
They looked at each other and they're like, we're cool, out of here.
Maybe next time. But XP Dylan still, I think they are very thankful that they actually being very patient for XPERT and Y, holding that side of a circle and kind of giving them a lot of good results, very fruitful one, because it seems like the circle really favors them at that point.
Yeah, and you know, looking at this current CCTV cam of where they're hiding out right now, see, again, they're hiding all of their vehicles within the building just so they don't give away their position, and at the very least, it allows them, if they need to bail out of there, they can quickly hop on. But, it's going to be one intense knockdown. Impunity having some troubles against EVOS.
Yep, EVOS here closing in onto Impunity. So it looks like we do see they will try to reset themselves before they continue to go ahead. But Dingoz is just nearby. Now we do see here Kuza have eyes on the side of Dingoz, but then again Geek fam as well, the kings of this map. They will continue to push into the circle. Will they meet anyone while they go there? It's going to be tough to tell, but that could be possible.
They don't want to overstay themselves at this point. VIP, at the same time they have Impunity and Dingoz, also Geek fam. We're talking about a total World War 3 with number 21, none other than Team Bosskurr just behind them, waiting for the team to advance and waiting to just wash away whoever else just left for this warfare coming in very soon. Jaeger opens some pre-shoot fires there, making sure that he's giving off some impression, kind of exposed himself a bit too early, I think.
And now Geek fam on the opposite side, noticing where Impunity is. They're trying to flush them out. Jaeger is really far back, but remember, Vex is on the ground. He wants to go early, close range combat. He takes out one, but that gives the rest of the team the signal to start pushing in. He's on prone. Vex tries his best, but unfortunately, Damn Rude takes him out. He is now in the same position as Vex, having to hold, but Jaeger is trying to hold that angle by the door. This gives Damn Rude some time to heal up, pop a smoke, as the rest of the team goes through the back. Y2K is going to be the next one to fall for the side of Flash Vision. But again, oh no, Jaeger! He goes out of position. He thought Damn Rude actually moved out. That is going to be so unfortunate.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant positioning by Damn Rude, and now Impunity will be sent back to the lobby, and Geek fam have managed to hang on to that position. Now moving on to Dingoz. Looks like Sam is all alone here against EVOS. It's not someone you want to go against 4 against 1.
But I think the rest of the team kind of there as well. But Bapak just secured himself in the center of a circle where XPERT will be challenged by any of the team that's surrounding them. They're not happy right now. Resurgence, on the other hand, will take up a fight against FV Unbeatablle. But look at the current state. Palex, I think they just opened fire. Bapak, Jenny, and the rest of the team kind of being in a sandwich position.
And it's looking really, really grim so far. However, EVOS forced to be stuck in this between structures here, while Squad 14 Dingoz is holding their backs, and it's kind of unfortunate because now EVOS can't really move out, and they want to breathe. You can definitely see them; they're itching to get out of here. They want to take out the Dingoz, but the Dingoz aren't really showing too much. And every time they do, Geek Fam will take a pot shot.
Oh, Kuza there, taking a couple of damages there, but oh, check this out. Looks like Simbi has... Oh, Simbi is the last team member left for Team NoRecoil. He'll need to heal up right now. This is the moment that he needs to heal up. Good thing that he's actually in the circle, so he is still fine, but he needs to do it fast because the rest are just coming in.
Only one small box covering him up, but still Hot still have so many else behind him. And there's also team, if I'm not mistaken, XPERT MY marching in on the side flanks here. If only they just move a little bit closer, Bapak can just shoot him down for scene B. This is not great for Team NoRecoil. Only have one man left. They all are trying to stick at this point, but still Hearts on the other hand popping out a lot of smoke, trying to save Pan, who happens to be just in front of Simbi, and they're also kind of hesitant to actually move around.
For sure. They don't know if he's got like a close range weapon of some sort. Oh, Razor! He tried real hard, but he managed to make it across. Whoo, that was close. It looks like Resurgence is going to be the next team to be knocked out.
Oh, not looking good for Resurgence in terms of the points. And now looks like EVOS will be moving up to the high ground. Finally, they are in a safer position as compared to before within the circle. But then again, that may not be for long because FV, they are just on the same compound.
Oh, ESG just marched right into Bapak artillery. What were they thinking? Straight out, trying to flush it down, but Pumburu trying to rotate just around the corner, but taken down. The whole team being flushed out straight away when the moment they charged right in.
Really great play. Really great play. Bapak is getting hyped. We can literally hear them because they're right next to us. They are shouting for every kill they get. But look at Steel Hearts right now. They are in a lot of trouble because Team NoRecoil... What the heck? No way! No way! Sinbi is able to take out the entirety of the squad. Steel Hearts is going to be the next to fall.
How did he did that? And now VIP Putra trying to pin down Dingoz on the side of this hill, and they're trying to advance for more, but Bapak is just beneath them. They have to go and cross through Bapak in case they want to advance to the safe zone.
Yes, they need to do that because the circle is just not in the side of EVOS, right? Oh, just from the start there. They need to find a way to move in, but there's still 9 other teams around, and Geek Fam, they do have their fortress for now, but they also need to make a move. Right now, Bapak are there in a strong position because they have structure, they are in the circle. It is just all for them at this moment.
But wait for it for a bit. EVOS VIP Putra just to get one more down. Problem is, Sinbi, I think he will be a nuisance till the end of this game, including Romeo and the rest of XPERT as well.
This is a really awkward situation because look, TNR 1 member, MPX 2 members, Dingoz 2 members, XPT 3 members, Way 3 members as well. It's just, there's a lot of stragglers so far, and this is becoming a problem for a lot of teams with 4 guys because they don't want to get picked off from the back by just one dude. And you can see EVOS here already trying to deal with Effie. Afa comes in and he tries to get the kill, but he does get knocked down. He has to hide behind cover as EVOS trying to play it through. VIP Kusa does take down Afa, secures the kill, and now Geek QB takes a kill onto VIP. Razor VIP is in a very difficult position.
Yes, absolutely
difficult.
difficult.
No!
Oh.
Why? The moment they want to replenish themselves and reset, Bapak just have to finish them off.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at this. Lots of people already in the circle. And now switching over to Damroot, the hero for Geek Fam from the similar map previously. And now Kuza. Oh, Kuza is just doing it for EVOS at this point. He's taking them out one by one, and looks like every will be sent back to the lobby as well.
It's like at time now, right? The moment for VIP right now is just do it or die. You have to just make it out alive, but at the same time, Sinbi is still surviving in the middle of the chaos there, but kind of discarded by Kuza for some time, but didn't land a shot. But at the same time, Dingoz is out finished off by Geek Fam there.
It looks like Bapak already with 10 kills in their arsenal. EVOS is the next to fall as the rest of the teams. Bapak actually getting great shots onto Geek Fam as Geek Fam trying to figure out playing around the containers, trying for an opportunity to take Bapak and flush them out of this structure because they are just dominating this map so far. from it. They're taking out vehicles as well to prevent any kinds of pushes.
At the same time, Expert and Romeo just bombarded one of the teammates of Axis, if I'm not mistaken. Quite hard to play them right now because it's really in the middle of the war zone. While Bapak is holding to this warehouse currently they're having. The same goes for Geek Fam, having a lot of structure to work with.
Oh, Bapak right now. Now is the time they will need to make a move. They will need to decide how to go because the circle is not in their favor. But looks like Damroot is now being knocked down by Bapak. Damroot, the hero for Geek Fam, is in trouble. And looks like Jenny will pick up his buggy and start to make a move. Boogie away.
Yeah, it's not easy to play Geek Fam now because there's so many teams cornered them at this point. Bapak is also Axis and there's also Expert NY try to finish off one single team from the side now, from the flanks coming up from the blind spot. Jenny try to finish everybody from behind. That was a nice caught on the dot. Acid finished everybody else and rush in, and he got himself a crosshair on Axis Esports.
There are just so many people out of position, and again a vehicle explosion caused by 6. He is going absolutely bonkers here. 4 members still up. Axis is the next to fall.
Sinbi is still well and alive in the middle of that chaotic zone right now, but they still have no clue. He's playing the patience game.
Wait, is he inside? Oh, he is!
Inside. He is inside. He's been taking it in, playing the patience games as long as he can, and they have no clue for Expert and why right now. They pop a couple of smokes. They try to advance against Bapak very soon. Question is, can he pull it off for Simbi? Just be patient a little bit more.
Oh, patience, Zen moment, whatever you want to call it for Sinbi, because he is still hanging on. All this smoke actually helping him more than any other team. Bapak and Expert MY, they just see each other, but they don't see Sinbi here. But not long till the smokes actually. Oh my God!
No, he knows, right? He knows. Yes, he does. No, not like this, Romeo. Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him.
He clipped a little bit, but Sinbi kind of got the gist that somebody knew that he's inside of that truck right now. Literally no place to go, but he's still holding it in.
I mean, Romeo tried to go for an underhand lob there, misses it, but he can't really reposition himself nicely to get the grenade inside, only because he's being pinned down by Bapak. But you can see Kim on the right side trying to pull away the attention.
But then the rest of Expert and White was centralizing their attention towards Bapak right now. But Simbi might just pull this one off. If they're going into war for Bapak and as well as Expert and White, he's the one who's benefiting it.
Well, that's a big possibility there. We'll just need to hold our breath and see if it really happens. Because now all attention, we do see the Expert MY have the attention onto Bapak. Bapak is just ignoring Simbi totally because all their eyes are onto Kim and also Saint on one side.
Romeo just can't let it go yet. Just let him go. Sinbi needs to survive. We want to see him survive. But Bart kind of a...
yeah, he knows! He knows!
Oh my God, that jump. I think Sinbi kind of knows where
he's going to deny it. He's going to deny it. Is he trying to deny it?
Nope, not yet. He's still hanging on.
This is great. This is actually great. Simbi, can he actually sneak away second position? If Bapak get a bit aggressive here, looks like the circle is going to be rolling in real soon. Romeo has to get out of position, and this is going to be great.
Oh man, he can't jump into the truck because he knows Simbi already prepared and he needs some time to jump in on it. And the rest of Bapak is trying, going super aggressive. Kim is almost down. He is down already. Bart trying to pull the clutch, and it seems that Bapak is trying to revive as much as they can, and Trix being hit next and half HP gone on that. A lot of damage being taken on.
Oh, now Trix looks like he's low on HP now, and Kim is now down. He will need to be revived, but now it's a maze inside there. There go round and round. Romeo coming from behind. 6 managed to heal her. Romeo goes down. Saint is the only one left. Kim goes down as well. They just need to focus on Saint and Kim, and now Saint and Willa take it in to Bapak!
This team is consistent. Unfortunately for Team NoRecoil, he's not going to steal away second place from him as the circle was a little too much to handle. But congratulations to Bapak. They played a strong Miramar game through and through.
And you have to give a big, huge respect, a chunk of it, to Team B. He has been solo all the way. He was 12 teams still. He managed to got himself third placement there. Just being super quiet and super smart.
Ridiculous. Honestly, if he was able to out-heal the circle there, that would have been just hats off to you. Just round of applause. Take the confetti. Take my money at that point. That would have been a steal.
Away. Just take him. Even his kidneys or whatever. Just
whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. You want my left or right kidney? You get to choose.
If only he comes out, he pulls out a clutch play from that while everyone's like, oh, I need to heal, I need to reload, and oh man, that will also place him in the wall of fame.
That would be too much. Like, honestly, I would have expected him to try and steal too, but getting a winner chicken dinner from that position, like, ooh, that would have been a dream story right there.
And all the rest of the team will be super salty, trust me.
Yeah, he'll be like, okay, I'm done, I'm out. You guys can carry on without me. I'm done.
Oh my goodness, but in case you guys missed what just happened, we have a little bit of recap to see what happened from Simbi, the first phase of the game, till the end of it. Gotcha.
Roll the highlights.
Yeah.
There we go. Roll the highlights there. Let's have a talk about the game. Now, looking over, the flight path seems relatively normal, and everyone's like, oh, this is good. It's, towards the southern side for a lot of these teams. And then the circle said, hey, I want you guys to stick around the southern side. So we didn't get to really see the outskirts of the northern regions, as, a lot of it was just RNG, pure luck. Circle and flight path just said nah.
Oh yeah, Resurgence quite was in a hard place to play. They are the first team, among the first ones to go out, if I'm not mistaken. Is it like they are the first one to go out?
They were not top 10. If I'm not mistaken, they were at number 12 or 11-ish.
Yeah, right around the middle here. But this early one, taking that kill onto Axis, that was very, very unfortunate. Both of them wanted the exact same thing. However, luck was a little bit on our SG side with some close-range weapons, and they made sure those shots counted.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Just now, Yoodo, GANK, and Last Survivor, the one that cursed at first, it was blessing in disguise, I say. They got themselves 2 chicken dinners, and they are the ones that the first to get out from the game entirely. It was a moment of questionable things. There's so many wrong things happen at so many wrong times.
Yes, just like the part where we just saw that Manparang actually killed off Fredo. Should we think of it as he's actually denying Fredo because Fredo won't make it anyway in front of everyone else?
I don't think so. Because it doesn't seem like he's just next to Fredo actually.
So it's a really unfortunate turn of events.
Yeah, that's what I would assume, unless, he really had something against Fredo and Fredo did something earlier. It's like, you know what? Takes a couple of steps back and takes a pot shot at the vehicle.
Maybe there's some drama behind that, but this warehouse is a strong fortress. But then Geek, I don't know how just now Simbi watched everybody from Still Hearts from the side. He was solo, crawling all the way from one compound to another.
He honestly tried his very darn best there. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough meds to keep himself alive for that last circle, and that last circle really, really hurt. So honestly, can't blame him there.
Yep, can't blame him there. But what we cannot blame as well is Damroot's position here. He was really being rude because his opponent just run past by him, not knowing what happened. Even with a smoke there, at least you would suspect that, okay, someone could be there, but then again, no checks at all, just let him go, and Damroot gets a free kill.
Yeah, we were actually on top 10 at the phase 5 quite early. I say everybody is like super aggressive. EVOS, another team that happens to be lost in the radar suddenly, it just disappeared. The moment FV tried to ambush them, they kind of clutch it out. But at the same time, Bapak just have to wash everybody out from the compound, take it entirely into their hands.
Yeah, and then this comes to the story of EVOS here, because I think, honestly, they got it the worst from the circle, because every single time they wanted to do something, they were either denied by Geek Fam, or Bapak just kept Overwatch over their area for a very long period of time. They really were restricted in movement. The gatekeeping was strong.
Yes, gatekeeping was strong indeed. Just like how we do see Bapak. Oh, just look at this. That explosion knocked down Wanted, and Wanted will be sent back to the lobby, unfortunately. And just look at this Sinbi's position. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, I think Romeo didn't know. I think he moved a bit, and it just sounded a little bit on the scratch the surface of the truck that make Romeo stay till the end of it. And the moment the blue just rushed into their area, he was forced to go out. He knows it's not going to benefit him any way out, so it's just, oh my goodness.
Yeah, just ridiculous. But let's look at the score so far. Geek Fam MY right on top. Well done to them. Not even a chicken dinner, and they still managed to get 37 kills with 79 positional points. Bapak Esports with 75 points, 36 kills. Last Survivors, 71 points, 28 kills. And Yoodo Gang with 26 kills, 69 points.
On the side of EVOS VIP, 5th place with 59 points, 13 kills. Team NoRecoil, 54 points, 30 kills. Axis MPX, 46 points, 17 kills. And Dingoz MZ, 42 points, 16 kills. Dingoz actually moving on to page 1.
Quite true, and one more thing I do notice about Team NoRecoil, they have been consistent, kind of get themselves a little bit of a good momentum here in terms of getting the kills and positioning because of Sim B just now. But they just cannot land themselves a chicken dinner just yet. I think once they got themselves that chicken dinner, they will push a lot in terms of standing up to the top 3 probably.
Yeah, looking at the second page, FB Unbeatablle, 39 points, 14 kills. Steel Hearts with 35 kills, followed up by XPERT MY Esports with 33 kills, Resurgence at 28, ESG at 26, Team Bosskurr at 20, Team H2O with 18, and Impunity SG with 13. I think if we could learn anything from this, especially from the first page, is that a lot of them, if you're a Geek Fam, you don't necessarily need a winner chicken dinner to actually stay right on top.
As long as you get the flush out of the compound and making sure you got top 5 in terms of positioning, decent amount of kills, that's quite enough.
Well, my heart sings as well for Team H2O as well as Impunity SG. They're pushed back down to the bottom 2 spots. But then again, looking at the overall match, Damrude coming back to first place in terms of kills. 17 kills there. 5 kills difference with his teammate Naoki with 12 kills. Followed by Zach YKZ with 12 kills as well. Sinbi, who hanged on to it for so long. 11 kills. Jumper, 11 kills.
Wow, I just have a huge respect for Simbi.
Wow, absolutely.
No, the thing is, he's not just quietly staying at one spot. He's also taking down a couple of teams that are only by himself, solo-handedly doing that.
Yeah, and I think, oh man, I really would have liked to see what Simbi was doing, especially when, if I'm correct, it was Steel Hearts was the one that were, or Steel Hearts or XPERT. No, it was XPERT that was trying to push him, and you know he held on really, really hard there in a 1v3 situation. He had already knocked down one guy, and somehow he was able to wipe out the rest. I don't know if it's with help for luck with other teams, or I know he was trying to gatekeep, but it really was hard to say.
There's no such thing as luck, just skills.
Just skills.
Yep. Oh, okay, until you kiss on the ghost picture, but then again...
You have to mention it. You just have to put that one out. Yup. But that was the last marker just now. Quite close to the first one today.
Yeah, it's actually pretty close now that we look at it. So, Bapak and Last Survivor, well, getting this right.
Yep, and they're doing a really good job overall. Whew, what a day of games it's been. But honestly, I do kind of want to see how this plays out, especially for the final game of the day, because I feel like a lot of these teams are extra invigorated than usual.
Kind of. I think they kind of get the momentum, and as well, like I said, by the end of the first week, everybody adapt to the game style and they shake off their nervousness already. They feel comfortable, they feel more confident, and like I said earlier today, they know that those teams that they always look up to is actually just at the same level as they are right now. They're not intimidated whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. For the number of fights, the close quarter fights, as compared to the first 3 days and now 2 days. Wow, just look at all the action. Absolutely agree. And also, just to prove a point that everyone's vulnerable, Yoodo Gang had a little bit of a drop yesterday, so that gave a little bit more confidence to the other teams, just like Last Survivor in taking those fights.
True. Any last thoughts?
don't get too many chicken dinners, you get last after that.
Yeah, apparently you don't have to take too many chicken dinners to win because Geek Fam is doing an absolutely great job. But let's talk to the winners of this game, Bapak Esports. Nick, it's time for you. We're going to throw it over. Let's look at that interview.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 5 games already have been done and dusted. Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. The only show where the points are tabulated, but the memes are the only thing that matters. If you guys get that reference, you guys need to spam the like button immediately. Anyway, for those of you guys who don't know, it seems that the double chicken dinner in a row trend has been broken by Bapak Esports with a total of 18 eliminations and a total of 3 chicken dinners across 5 days. Now, without further ado, let us invite from Bapak Esport, ladies and gentlemen, 6! All right, what's going on, Six? Glad to have you here. Congratulations. First of all, Bapak Esport has been struggling a little bit this past few days. Can you tell us a little bit how do you feel winning your 3rd chicken dinner with the highest amount of eliminations today? 18 kills already. Perasaan anda?
Saya rasa gembira. Sometimes ada first game dari pressure sikit. Also second game, third game. And then kita orang bincang play macam game kita orang sendiri. So that's it lah.
Alright, so discussions. There was a little bit of pressure coming in for members of Bapak Esports. 6 definitely felt a bit of pressure. They managed to gather around and work through that pressure and were able to climb out of it with chicken dinner. What are the changes that you've made strategically for your team? Apakah perubahan daripada segi game plan, daripada segi strategi masuk kepada hari kelima ni?
Play macam Scrim.
Main macam Scrim. So definitely, now to elaborate a little bit on that, players tend to do a lot better on scrims, mainly because that they have a little bit more confidence and they tend to experiment a little bit with crazy play styles that they're not comfortable with. But at the same time as well, when you enter into a tournament, a certain level of comfort, a certain level of safety, you don't want to be risking too much, but at the same time, you can't win it all if you can't risk it all. So let's move on to the 3rd and final question. Let's talk about gameplay. Final few circles, Bapak Esport managed to try to get into the middle of the circle. What were your thoughts? How did you feel? And did you think that it was an easy win or still quite sweating?
So far, easy lah.
Ooh, that's confidence right there, ladies and gentlemen. It was definitely a pretty okay win for him. But at the same time as well, despite the fact that he's keeping composure, I'm pretty sure that inside there's a lot of pressure. It's not easy playing on a stage where a lot of Malaysian and Singaporean players are here, but it's definitely good spirits to see coming in from 6. Give me some of that. All right, so for those of you guys who just joined us, don't you worry, we still got 1 more game left. Will Bapak Esport maintain the trend of 2 chicken dinners in a row, or will some other team steal it away from Bapak Esports? Watch it here, watch Bapak Esport and watch 6 try to get their 2nd chicken dinner of the day here at the PMPL.
Singapore. Hello guys, my name is Mohammad Fazil and my agent is H2O Art. I'm 23 years old this year and my role for this team is support.
Hello, my name is Kevin Lee. My IGN is H2O YKV, YoKev. I'm 26 this year and my role for this team is Scout.
Hi, my name is Lukman. My IGN is H2O Pengu. I'm 21 this year and my role is Fragger.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Faiz. My IGN is H2O Kagura. I'm 24 this year. My role is Captain.
H2O was only formed quite recently, about 3 months. And for the past 3 months, we have been playing together often to improve our gameplay together.
For the preparation for the PMPL, we be prepared to play every night with Malaysian team. So yeah, every day we play scrims like custom room with them. So to like less pressure, so we won't be like scared enough because we know that they are very strong teams.
3 weeks away from home is really good for us. A bit pressured because it's our first offline tournament overseas, but we have so much we want to learn and experience for this competition. Really, it's very exciting for us. We're really looking forward to everything that's going on.
Mentally prepared for this tournament. To be honest, I don't think we are prepared, but it's a good thing for us because this is a new venture for us, a new exposure, the matches, the environment, the pressure especially. That's a good thing for us.
What I want to say to other teams is, the Malaysia team is Team Secret, that we really want to fight them and we want to contest them in other maps, that we can try them and tell them that don't look down on us.
To all the audience and mostly our supporters of Team H2O, we're here now, we're moving up, we want to do you proud. Let's go.
For our team chemistry, I would like just to say that all members are really good at communicating. So for example, like one of us will be like getting down, knocked down. So the other members will be automatically cover or save him. They will know what to do.
So for my team who die, the first one will be YoKev because he's our scout to scout around the map to see if got enemies ahead or not. Yeah. Of course we appreciate his death because we know that enemy will be there and it will give us more info so that we can change our direction to next zone to keep the enemies.
Who's our mood maker? Definitely our team captain Kagura. When we were down, he brings us all back up. He encourages the best of us, especially when we're bad time in the game or we're losing a lot. He's the one who's there to keep us up, really.
How does we feel about Singapore playing this PMPL for the first time? We feel really happy and we feel new exposure, new things, new environment, new stuff for us. So yeah, we try to make our country proud and our supporters. Our goals is to accomplish something big. So yeah, we take part this PMPL to achieve our goal there.
Is there any issue for me to keep playing PUBG? No, because my parents do support me being in this competition, despite them not liking me playing games too much, and they even sent me to the airport this morning.
How do we feel against playing with Malaysian teams? We feel honored actually because we know that they are very strong team. So we feel like this is a better opportunity for us to be a better player against these strong teams. Yeah, we really looking forward to it. Hi guys, my name is Muhammad Faiz bin Rosli. My IGN name is H2O Kagura. I'm 24 this year. I'm from Singapore and I'm from Team H2O. My personality basically is like cheerful, love to make jokes, love to be fun around with other people. Yeah. How long have I been playing PUBG? I've been playing like around 8 to 9 months since like season 4 and 5. Yeah. To my supporters from Singapore, please keep supporting us from Team H2O, and we really appreciate from you guys. Yeah.
How does our team captain coordinate with the team? Well, we do trust his skills, that he knows what he's doing. So he's very well spoken whenever there's a team play. So we just really trust him in what to do.
How is my team captain is very valuable because we as a team very trust him. He has a very good skill to play a PUBG. So without him in this team, I don't know that we can make it to this PMPL. Yeah.
What I think about my captain's personality, he's a good and caring person. Usually after our training, he will treat us food, and we appreciate what he do for us. And he helps a lot to build our team.
Ambil barangan airdrop dan sekarang ini berjumpa pula dengan Mak Toy secara bersorangan. Adakah Mak Toy akan menghabiskan dua pasukan daripada DivinityEsport? Dapat kita saksikan sudah pun keluar turun kembali mencari 1 lawan 1, 1 lawan 2 sekarang ini. Mak Toy perlu berhati-hati, sudah pun dimulakan tembakan dan itu dia. Dapat dijatuhkan dengan senjata, nyawanya sangat sedikit. Adakah dia berjaya?
Mak Toy!
Sikit saja lagi. Dia cuba menunggu dan itu dia. Walaupun keretanya hampir meletup. Dia berjaya menjatuhkan Naim. Lagi 2 orang lagi diperlukan untuk dijatuhkan sekarang. Kita perhatikan satu push dilakukan oleh pasukan Team Secret. Mungkin akan melakukan satu push. Belum masuk lagi ke dalam rumah. Bermain dengan begitu berhati-hati sekarang. Wah pendek sementara itu menjatuhkan Boyka Araf dengan terpasti Bibiu juga telah pun dijatuhkan oleh pasukan Wow sekarang ini. Iya, tembakan dibaskan. Dapat 2. Dapat 2. Dapat 2. Dia akan ataupun tidak, kena ataupun tidak, kena ataupun tidak, tidak, kena sekali lagi. Iho yang sebentar tadi diangkat, dijatuhkan sekali lagi. Barang ke atas sekarang ini, mencari pasukan berikutnya. Rata pasukan daripada Geek di tangan pasukan daripada FB. Menyerang dengan begitu strategik sekarang ini. Kanan dan kiri ada. Damrut menembak berjaya. Di situ berbaki Putra saja. Tembakan terus diarahkan. Putra pula terjatuh. Ini bermana berbaki seorang saja lagi, yaitu Kuza. Adakah Kuza belum mati?
Kagura telah pun dijatuhkan oleh Cik, tapi Cik mempunyai nyawa yang sangat banyak. Waktu sekarang ada 3 orang akan datang. Alamak! Cik terjatuh sekarang ini. Ini akan menjadi berbahaya. Oman akan cuba untuk menyelamatkan keadaan, tetapi Oman agak terdedah tadi. Tetapi musuhnya Oh my god. Tetapi EP agak lambat sedikit, tapi dia akan cuba untuk membantu jika dia mampu. Sekarang ini reload dilakukan oleh EP. Dia akan terus bergerak ke hadapan, namun demikian ada 3 lawan 1. Ini akan menjadi berbahaya untuk pasukan Axis MPX.
Tapi dia nak cuba buat satu serangan hendap daripada dalam. Dia akan nampak satu, dia end.
Ya betul tu, dia akan memilih untuk mendapatkan poin terlebih dahulu sekarang ini. Jadi satu-satu bilik untuk melarikan diri, tetapi dia akan mungkin
winning this fight tonight with our name lit up in lights. We are the new kings. This was our time to shine. Set it off like dynamite.
This is it, the final game of today for the PUBG Mobile Pro League Malaysia in Singapore 2020, live at the IO Esports Arena, Kuala Lumpur. Here's a big thank you and shout out to our host, Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios for making this happen. And you're watching this all live on Facebook Gaming, our official live stream partner. Now, again, I mentioned this earlier, this is the very last game. So you know what that means. Predictions from the Cursed Cast.
Cloud, you could go first.
You know me, my boys, H2O, you guys can do it. They're just beside us.
I sort of gotta hate you now.
H2O, you guys.
They didn't do too bad in Miramar earlier. I'm just gonna say that, throw that out there. So he's got some chances. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for Impunity for once. You know, the last of the last year. Somebody has to just stand up for them.
Okay, okay. I got some confidence in Steel Hearts, though. They're right at the bottom, but I honestly feel like they are a team who have nothing to lose and are willing to pull it back. So if there's any time they're going to do it, it's now. Top 10, just saying. Top 10, okay?
But
Top
still,
10?
well, okay, top 10 it is. But the thing is, Geek fam got himself one more chicken dinner in Miramar, proving that they are actually very good at Miramar, right? But we landed back then down into Erangel now. We have a streak going on for the 2 chicken dinner in a row. Is Geek fam gonna close it with another chicken dinner night?
Sorry, you mean Bapak, right?
Oh, sorry, Bapak. There you go.
Yeah. And you know, that is true that it is going to be 2-on-2, but is it going to be... Oh, there we go! The war cries! There we go! That's what I like to hear! They've set the pace, and you know what that means. The games are going to be starting real soon.
Oh yeah, real soon. Just look at their faces. They're all geared up for the last game for today. Dingoz here, all geared up, giving some tribute there to their marshals.
Yeah, that's a not many people actually appreciate their marshals. You know, marshals are doing really tough work there, making sure everybody's in line, on time, no problems, everybody logged in.
Yeah, and not to mention they're also a keeper of the rules. So if they call for a remake, they really need it, and they need to have the right conditions. So I can't imagine how much stress a marshal has to go through, sitting there like at any point things could go wrong.
Just wish there's nothing wrong with the last game. Don't jinx it.
Yeah, I would agree. I really hope that there isn't a remake this time around. That would really spoil the momentum coming in so far. So let's get ready to take this out. So Cloud, any thoughts on this last game?
Well, this last game, this will be very interesting. So we did see the curse of 2 in a row at this point. Last survivor, Yoodo, they've been knocked out fairly early, and I understand that Yoodo wasn't too happy from the previous round as well.
When bombarded by your own friend. I think that's Traitor's job.
That's what I think too. It's kind of hard to tell what exactly happened there. I think we're gonna have to talk to them after this. Is kind of be like, so what exactly happened there? Was it just like really unlucky that they got caught out or not? But here it is, the last map of today. It's going to be Erangel. Are you ready to rumble? It's the final map of the day.
You just have to go anticlimax all the way down there. But like you said, last map Erangel, back to the basics for everyone. If you haven't known Erangel, then you're not playing this. You're having the wrong game entirely.
So Cloud, thoughts on this particular map and game? What are we expecting to see here?
Well, I think it's just really anyone's game. We did see that last survivor, Yoodo, been knocked out early. Even Yoodo, fans' favorite, they are just vulnerable as well to be knocked out really early. So really, it's now coming down to anyone's game, and of course the league is really long. It's a stress test for everyone.
But then before that, thank you to our observers, XCYR. The numbers keep on going up for all these guys. And in GAK, top cuts as well as that. But look at that flight path. Straight cutting off from Nova up to shooting range. So we do know a couple of teams kind of camped them out. Like Miltapa, we do know, but Papa is very happy regarding this flight path as well as shooting range. If I'm not mistaken, will be Yoodo gang.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty interesting so far. And, you know, Quarry, not a lot of teams go to Quarry anyway, so we can count that out. Don't worry about it. No, nobody really likes Quarry anyway.
It's hard to play in Quarry, and the loot is really
Yep, totally agree. Loot is bad. It's totally not worth it. You spend too much time navigating yourself around the slopes of Quarry, so definitely not. Pochinki, of course, it's a popular position. If I'm not mistaken, earlier today we did not see anyone actually take on Pochinki early.
Maybe they should consider it.
Yeah, they definitely should. So I'll be interested to see who actually will go for it. We do see here Team NoRecoil going towards that direction. EVOS maybe Kuza, but okay.
At the moment you mentioned Pochinki, it's actually smacked in the middle of the circle there.
Circle gods are kind.
Yeah, the circle gods are really, really kind here. It's kind of interesting because, you know, the flight path did go up to shooting range, so, you know, a lot of the southwestern side of the map is very much open. Gatka, Quarry, Ferry Pier as well, even Georgepool, arguably, in Hospital is just super open and free for the taking.
Well, I don't think many teams gonna go around Gatka, but I do know Team NoRecoil kind of prefer Ferry Pier at this time, but we can hear some pre-shooting already going on. XPERT MY might bomb into no other than Team Dingoz MZ. They will fight for this compound if they want to.
Oh, Sane now is really close with the rest, but it's a good thing that it's just landed in an area where there's not much loot, so definitely no gunfight is gonna happen, but looks like they're on a race here.
Well, bumper cars again. Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
It could be one of those. I just can't wait to see someone once again just tip them over with their car with a second member in the back just gunning them down. That is what we call oppression right there.
Now, that's a real high skill level right there as well. But up here, we don't see that much team. I think this is around a little bit north of the island here, but Yoodo, I think they're gonna be okay. We know that no many teams are already around Pochinki. Maybe everybody just have to migrate themselves and reposition around there as soon as possible, because Pochinki loots, you guys know how good it is, and the structure's just a lot to play with.
Yeah, plenty of places to kind of play around here. Oh, look at that. Look at that damage. Look at those kills.
I think this is the highest one so far, right, Cloud?
Yeah, I do think so as well. 46 kills, 8.7k damage. Oh man, this guy, he's really challenging Yuhai for the top spot in terms of kills.
Can we actually see all the highest fraggers out there to see who actually top off each other? Because we haven't seen anybody hit the 10k hit yet.
Yeah, the 10k mark is going to be a pretty big deal here for a lot of these teams. Eventually you would expect them to hit it, but the first one to hit it kind of gives you an idea of how much damage it might be. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, it's really tough right now, but we do see here, looks like Romeo must die. He will be one of the earlier ones to go out of this round, and well, a bit unfortunate there for Romeo. And now moving over to Team NoRecoil, they have Pochinki. Looks like very, very interestingly not contested. And now looking over at Impunity, looks like they do have XP here on the other side. Dylan in the same compound, but everyone respecting each other's location.
Oh, quite yes, Milton. But they are very close to Bapak right now, right? Just a little bit to the west, they can just go for a fight there for Bapak. We do know this is the last game for today, so some of the teams maybe just want to go all out if they can.
Yeah, and you know, by all out, if it's going to be micro Uzis grabbing and jumping into buggies and just rushing buildings, I'm down for it. I like to see a bloodbath once in a while, just catch a blood feud once here and there.
Oh, why not, right?
Oh, don't we all like that crazy end, right? Plus, it's the last game of the day. All in. We all like to see a little bit of that. And now Mozart just cruising down. He's going to pass by the bridge.
Am I the only person that's really worried he might tip into the water very soon? Because the terrain does seem like it will be like that. But Pampan, on the other hand, this is a real big contradiction with what we saw just now. 1,466 damage with 6 total kills. Just now was what, like 8,000 over 8,700?
Over 8,000, yeah, 8,000 damage. But, you know, it kind of tells you a lot for how long a lot of these players are surviving. And the longer you are, the more likely you're going to get damage as well as kills. So, again, Steel Hearts have been struggling day after day so far to actually make it within the top 5 at the very least. So, I can't really blame the stats there. It does reflect it.
One more thing I noticed, the heals didn't even reach 1k. So, high probability is that they have problem with their looting points.
It could be. That could be a very good point. So, Cloud, any thoughts on it?
Well, that could be as well. Or it could also be that he himself, he didn't last long enough for his team. Well, that's one possibility as well.
All right. That's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
That's your team just now, Gideon. So
hey,
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed they make it into top 10. Just pray that another 6 squads die except them. Like, come on, don't worry. These guys got it.
Oh my goodness. But back into Pochinki, Team NoRecoil, eventually they are taking this compound first. So they try to secure themselves as much territory in Pochinki as possible and make sure they dominate it, because they might end up in the last circle if they just can hold on to the fortress.
Yeah, they definitely need to hold on to that. And Pochinki, definitely, it's not easy to be penetrated from the outside. If they manage to hold on to it, they can secure a perimeter. They'll be good. Basically, all 4 of them just need to turn into a scout. They can scatter all around just to cover enough angles, so the moment they know someone's coming in, they can start to make those rotations.
Yeah, and now RSG here, they've got plenty of vehicles themselves. They're heading into school. I don't think there's any teams here so far, so this is going to be a free looting ground for them.
I'm kind of surprised, because usually EVOS VIP used to love this drop, but then I think they quite just next to them. Speaking of the devil, they are actually there, so I wasn't wrong all the way.
Yeah, oh, okay, alright. Hope you're not wrong for your team as well.
Oh, the pot shot's already been taken now. Trash talk on the caster's desk.
We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see at that Cloud. You know, you might have to eat your own words after this. But jumping back to Vogue, quite decent amount of kills. Damage as well, and heals, headshot, but no chicken dinner just yet for Resurgence.
Yeah, they really have been struggling to get those chicken dinners. I'm not sure if it's going to be consistency. There were 1-2 games where you can very clearly see they got unlucky or they made a severe mistake, but even when they are consistent, they've just been struggling to get that final spot.
Oh, but talk about struggle now. Looks like Voki is in a little bit of trouble there, taking a couple of shots from afar. EVOS VIP from across. Oh, Heiko, he has a really nice scope there. He can snipe them out from afar if he wanted to.
Thing is, I don't think Resurgence have a clue where that shot coming from. They don't seem like they can visualize their position for EVOS VIP, but they kind of have the clue where the direction coming, at least based on how their direction of view is actually pointing at. But back to Pochinki, this drop, MK14. Oh, well, HQ always there.
There you go.
Yep,
but
this is a good start.
But they ignore the airdrop, so okay.
They just passed by. I think they kind of worried and being a little bit skeptical, trying to get into the airdrop very soon. Maybe just pass by to see if anybody try to pre-shoot some the moment they charge right in there.
Definitely, especially when you're going in vehicles without a scout, it is kind of risky to actually go for it. And most of the time, I'm guessing that tier 2 level 2 compared to level 3 armor, it is a bit of a bump up. It's quite significant as well, but it's not worth risking your life for. You pick it up immediately, you get shot. It's like, I've wasted the durability. This is a complete waste of time, and now I have to waste currency. It's a whole debacle.
Well, now the Circle Gods are being kind to everyone, so it looks like nobody cares on the ghost picture. Just saying.
Well, good for you. I don't have to respond to that sometimes.
You just gotta be like, you gotta whip out a picture of on the go and just give up.
Okay. Quick. There you go.
Bit of a.
I like that pen a lot, by the way. It looks a very flashy pen. But back to H2O. They actually dropped by near to the airdrop, but I don't think that they want to take it just yet. But this is, well, there's a nice, interesting parking position there, but they see us. I don't know, was it intentional or not?
All right now we're looking over at Steel Hearts here. So far they're doing so good. They haven't gotten to too much of the debacle. However, the loot is looking a little unfortunate. They do have quite a bit of currency, which is, a definite plus point, but they're going to need some better body armor later on into the game. Hopefully they do find that. They're going to be moving towards, I'm pretty sure that's school, and we know that there are a couple other teams there as well.
You would really love them to avoid it now, don't you? It's Steel Hearts we're talking about. We're looking forward for these 3 teams that we're voting for. Make sure they got themselves at least a top 10. Chicken dinner is not really a long shot. They can make it if they just try to, well, that's just the thing that happened.
Don't worry, they're just looking. They know the camera's on them. They know the observers are watching.
But oh, look at that Resurgence in EVOS. They are actually going in with a bumper car action, just ramping each other down. Heiko trying to cook.
What?
Oh my god.
You can even just hear the disappointment from here. They're like, oh no, I messed up.
What? That was his opportunity to possibly knock out, but then again, oh, Heiko, wow, it's just the pressure of the tournament getting into him.
Look at that. This is a three-way wall we're looking at. There's
no,
also
no,
one
no.
more team just beneath them. I think it's no other than Team NoRecoil at the same time. 4 teams sharing the same compound with one warehouse held by Resurgence. EVOS stuck in between there with Steel Hearts just has to butt in. And there's also NoRecoil on the other side.
Yeah, and Dingoz, they took some pot shots at Steel Hearts. Come on, guys. You heard the cast what was going on. Work with us here.
Oh man, just not giving it to you guys, right? So now it looks like, oh, Y2K has been knocked, but the rest of RSG, they are really far apart. But looks like Razor is taking a couple of shots there at the same time. RSG, they cannot go to Y2K because EVOS VIP has all eyes on them.
And the rest of Cavalry just joined in for Team NoRecoil. They positioned themselves a little bit just above for all the rest of the team. Resurgence, how they can actually go out. They can hold that fortress quite some time. The warehouse is really a good place for defense, but not great when you have to come up from that building.
Yeah, well, again, it is a very narrow line of sight, and I think that's what's a little disadvantageous about holding the warehouse here. He is using the cover very well from Small Boy, so when he peeks, he can immediately start pre-firing here. But there's just a lot of places he has to look at in comparison to where EVOS is, where they just have to look through one warehouse, a linear point of view.
Yep, and now looks like Y2K is officially out of this round. And now switching over to the next team here, XP Kim. Looks like they still hold on to Pachinki here. They do have Pachinki for themselves, somewhat just on the outskirts of Pachinki to be exact. But just looking at the stats here, 1.7k in terms of damage, 7 total kills, no headshots.
No chicken dinner.
No
That's
chicken
quite
dinner.
unfortunate. But I think there's around 7 teams around Pachinki itself just now. The AUG second drop just have to be happening beside XPERT and MY. Bapak are charging right in from the front as well. And this is the second airdrop of the day. But I think this includes 8 teams in total. Literally half of the population is here. But Alex just happened to be knocked down the moment he walked into the vicinity. Disrespecting the territory being held by so many teams. Tricks tried to clip it on, but that's a beautiful play. Not managed to get anybody just yet.
Still going again for the Dacia this time, but he is able to take out Mozart there from Bosskurr. That's so unfortunate. We didn't even get to see the smoke before it exploded. Oh wait, no, H2O are coming in through. They're trying to make a run, but Bart, he's taking the pot shots here. As well as Sex. Oh, he gets him. He gets him. That's 2 members from H2O out. There is still Pengo as well as Arts. They're gonna take their time, take the right side away as far as they can. Now Pengo taking some shots. Let's see whether this UAZ will hold.
And this is a very good... Oh, look at that. One more team just passed by. Now it's still hot turn. Bapak just wreck every single team that passing by. Expert Dylan knocked down. Just now team NoRecoil. ESG at the same time getting their hands on Geek fam. What happened on the other side? Everybody just happened to be in Pachinki now.
This is going to be really interesting. We can already see that Steel Hearts Lorenzo there is just caught there. He's stuck. He can't really get out. I'm pretty sure his vehicle was destroyed before he jumped out. Geek Naruki, same exact position where it's like, what can I really do?
Oh, what can he really do indeed? And I did notice a pan kill earlier into one of the team members of Geek fam. So, well, at least getting something for you to be happy about.
Hell yeah.
I'm still happy that there's no way Impunity in this, right? Impunity, stay out of Pachinki now, please. This is really a super hot spot now. Look at that. Damn Root will probably be next. Look at Daisy, and that might just explode anytime now.
Yeah, and that's really scary. You don't want to be inside to give free kills over to the team that takes it out. However, Pachinki has become a hot spot for all these teams. Hopefully we don't see an awkward stalemate where everybody doesn't really want to commit to an all-in just because the other teams are watching their flanks.
Yes, absolutely. And now we do see Yoodo. Looks like they're still holding on to this position, not going anywhere else for now. Of course, there are still 16 teams, so plenty to play for. And just look at this circle. Right now, Pachinki still have a good chunk of it, but of course, this may not be the final circle. The final circle may be somewhere on the outskirts of Pachinki, possibly in one of these high grounds.
That's quite true. The thing is, how long these teams inside Pachinki can hold their ground, because we know they have been wasting a lot of resources making sure to just dominate the area, which will be washed out soon, and another team will pass by, and they are quite stocked up there.
ESG holding their position. Still hard to stuck in that building. They can't really get